Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula will conduct an oversight visit today to the Western Cape Rail Control Centre in Bellville. He will also conduct a quality check on Cape Town's Northern Railway line. Let's get your sense of how this is going. Bring in our Nasiphi Sameis, who's keeping up with the minister, so to speak. And Nasiphi, I can see the minister is already there in frame with you. I imagine part of the questions to be asked is, do these oversight inspections work, and are they worth it?
Well, Ayanda, what I can say to you is that I have the minister right next to me to obviously answer that all-important question. And we are currently in transit in the southern lane. And as you mentioned, the minister is oversight, or rather playing his oversight role on these, or rather in this particular southern line. Also looking at some of the stations that have been refurbished. And we will also be going to the northern line. But I am now joined by the Transport Minister, Mr. Fikile Mbalula. Playing these oversight roles, are they, you have been coming to the Western Cape, playing an oversight role, are they worthwhile? Are you seeing any difference?
What I'm showing you here today is the southern line, which is a fairly stable line in the Western Cape, and I'm demonstrating that it's not all gloom and bad, that everything has come to a standstill. These are the new trains that we have deployed in the Western Cape, which is a Stimela Sabantu coming out of Gibela in the Eguruleni. These are the trains that we have deployed. And so our program in terms of getting the corridors back is being rolled out as we speak, like we are here to demonstrate that. So we are on track. So job is being done. And also we'll show you today the modernization program that we are implementing in terms of the new stations that are actually coming up, and also the refurbishment that is happening in our different stations.
You spoke about it's not all doom and gloom in the southern corridor. However, the central line has been stagnant since 2019. No movement of trains there, particularly for people living in places like Khayelitsha that rely on a railway service.
Yes, that is correct. I mean, you know what is our problem there. And we will win that battle of central line within a very short space of time. I'm working with the Minister of Human Settlement and HGA to get that problem resolved, to get land for the people who have encroached the stations there. The court has given us, a good judgment to say we must remove those people, but in terms of the law, when you remove people, you must find a settlement for them. So we got the land. When the people were supposed to be moved to that land, the owners of the land took us to court to say that no, they own the land and they don't agree to give us the land. So the Human Settlement have said that they'll find us new land and then where we've got to move people to. So that is really our biggest problem. Otherwise, the sister project to that one, which is Mabupan, the presidential project, on Wednesday, we are getting it back to life, where the president had a breakdown with the train early in the morning. So you can imagine that the central line will have been packed. 20,000 people are affected in that line. So we're working around the clock to get this going and to get it resolved, and it is just the snack of moving people. Otherwise, the courts have given us a good judgment to move people there. So once we get the land, and then it is approved, the city of Cape Town is working with us on that in terms of ablution and all of it. We will be able to move everybody by hook or crook because we've got the judgment in our favor.
Minister, another issue is the vandalizing of infrastructure of Metro Rail, particularly in the central corridor, central line. When is PRASA going to be putting up that fence to secure the infrastructure?
The infrastructure really defense does not only depend on the fencing and so on, it depends also on the capacity, security. PRASA has not had security capacity. They spend a lot of money on security companies which did not add value. There was no value for money. When this vandalism happened and during the lockdown, somehow, even before the lockdown, there was security. Things happened when there was security, so there must be value for money. Employ security companies. When we envisage and reimagine the security concept of the PRASA going into the future, but the people that we employ, at least there must be value. Somebody must say that, I've secured the line because you have been paid. PRASA spent billions of rands on security, but vandalism happened. So the board have reimagined that and then had enhanced its security capabilities, and our reaction time in terms of armed response, K9 and all of the elements we have introduced, this, drones and so on, is very key to the defense of these lines, and to react quite fast and quick whenever the vandalism is happening. You will see with the new arrangement that we have got that vandalism will be something of the past, but let us not say so that we will do it on our own. We'll do it with communities. Communities have come to the party, but our reaction time and to defend the lines is the one that was characterized by ineptness and, mediocre in terms of the security companies. But what we have employed now based on that experience will be totally different going forward.
Thank you so much. Minister of Transport there, Fikile Mbalula, talking to us about the action plan for today, including the security of the infrastructure, and also giving an update in regards to the community that is encroaching in the central corridor, particularly in Langa, as we do know that that matter is currently before the courts.
Thanks very much indeed, Nasiphi. Live to us there from the Western Cape along the Northern Line as the Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula conducts an oversight visit to check some of the state of the railway infrastructure in the country.